And this homework assignment is called 4 quarters. And the purpose of 4 quarters is to help you make sure that you're maintaining a balance between improvement training and performance preparation. And remember, the difference between those two is very important. If you're doing all improvement training, then you're going to be raising the skills that you have, but you're not really going to be preparing yourself to be able to access those skills on the course. So following the 4 quarters map is a really good way to make sure you're getting a good balance between improvement training and performance preparation. So the 4 quarters is just like 4 quarters in a basketball game or 4 quarters in a football game. You're going to have the first quarter, which is about warming up. It's getting your body prepared for what you're going to be doing in the rest of the practice session. Quarter number 2 is all about improvement training. It's where you're going to be seeking to have a lot of high quality, consistent repetitions of the new pattern that you want to train. So when you want improvement in your patterns, whether it's short game patterns or putting patterns or full swing patterns, the more consistently you can do quality repetitions. And the number that I put out there that seems to work very well is if you're not getting 80% of your repetitions correct during your improvement training, you're not really building a new pattern. You're going to be teeter-tottering between the old pattern and the new pattern. So quarter number 2, improvement training, is all about the quality of the reps and the consistency of the reps. Quarter number 3, which is performance preparation, is where you're going to test yourself. So improvement is about consistency and quality, and performance preparation is about testing yourself. It's about challenging yourself. There are studies out there that say if you're not doing some practice that's 10 to 15% tougher than what you're going to experience when you play, then you're not going to be ready to play your best. So in the performance preparation part, you may be hitting shots to very small targets or trying to shape shots that are really difficult for you to shape. And that balance between the consistency and quality in quarter number 2 and the testing yourself in quarter number 3 can evolve depending on where you are in your practice scheme. So if you have a tournament coming up very closely, you maybe want to do a lot of performance preparation and not as much improvement training. And then quarter number 4 is simply a warm down. And quarter number 4 is all about trying to get your emotions in the right place at the end of a practice session. It's always good when you're leaving the range to feel good about what you've done. So in quarter 4, which is the warm down, you want to find some shots and find some clubs or some targets or some things that you did during the session ahead of that that make you feel real good as you're leaving the range. So the big picture wrap up, quarter 1 is just a warm up. It's getting yourself ready for the practice session to come. Quarter number 2 is improvement training. It's consistency of repetitions and the quality of the repetitions. And that's mostly physical part of your training session. Quarter number 3 is performance prep, which is where you're really testing yourself mentally. Are you ready to go out on the course and succeed? So hitting smaller targets, hitting unusual shapes, really challenging yourself. Now, you always want to follow big challenges with something that's going to help you bring your confidence back, because sometimes those performance preparation sessions can be a little bit challenging for maintaining your confidence, keeping your confidence up. So you end your session with quarter 4, which is the warm down, which is the feel good part of the session. So the balance between improvement training and performance preparation, break it down into 4 quarters, just like a basketball game or a football game, and find your personal balance between warm up, improvement, performance, and worn down.